The paradox is ancient but rarely spoken aloud. What you feel should work, effort, warmth, accommodation, often produces the exact opposite result. The harder you reach for respect, the further it retreats. This isn't a bug in human nature. It's a feature, a law of social gravity as reliable as physics. When you observe the most respected figures across history, the generals, the founders, the artists who commanded attention without begging for it, a pattern emerges. None of them arrived asking for permission. None of them negotiated their worth. They declared it by what they withheld. Availability is the death of mystique, and mystique is the currency of respect. When you are always accessible, always responding, always explaining, always showing up, you become a utility rather than a presence. Utilities are used. Presences are revered. Consider the difference between a painting hung in a museum and a photograph on your phone. One is behind glass, curated, scarce. You pause before it. The other is infinite, disposable, swiped past. Your social presence operates on the same principle. Scarcity creates weight. Neediness is not about having needs. Everyone has needs. Neediness is about broadcasting that someone else is responsible for meeting them. When you try too hard, you communicate, "My sense of worth is currently missing, and I am hoping you will return it to me." People can smell this the way animals smell fear. It is not conscious. It is limbic. And the moment they detect it, their respect for you drops because their perception shifts. You are now below them in the hierarchy, asking to be lifted up. The powerful do not ask. The powerful are. This is perhaps the most dangerous confusion in social life. Kindness and respect are not the same axis. You can be warm and respected, but warmth without gravity is just service. The most respected people are often kind, but they are kind from a position of strength, not from a position of pleading. The formula is not, be nice equals be respected. The formula is, be valuable plus be selective equals be respected. When you give your attention, your time, your energy to everyone equally, you communicate that those things have no value. Value is revealed by what you don't give it to. Chasing attention is the fastest way to lose it. The dynamic is merciless. The more visibly you want something from someone, the more power they have to deny it. Attention, validation, approval, these are things that must be given, not taken. And people only give freely when they feel no pressure to do so. High-status individuals do not chase. They create gravity. They become the person others want to impress. This is not manipulation. This is the natural result of focusing on your own axis rather than orbiting someone else's. The uncomfortable mirror. If you are consistently disrespected, you are consistently teaching people that disrespect is acceptable. Not because people are cruel, though some are, but because human beings adapt to the standards set before them. If you accept low treatment, you train others that low treatment is the baseline. You over-explain because you fear being misunderstood. You overgive because you fear being unwanted. You overreact because you fear being invisible. Each of these is a form of begging, and begging never produces respect. The practical path is uncomfortable precisely because it requires you to stop doing what feels like being a good person and start doing what actually works. Speak less. Every word you speak should be a gift, not a spill. When words are cheap, so is the speaker. React slower. Speed signals hunger. Slowness signals abundance. The person who pauses before responding is not confused, they are choosing. Stop filling silence. Silence is not an error to be corrected. It is a space where respect accumulates. Let others feel the weight of empty air. Let people come to you. Pursuit inverts the dynamic. When you are the one being sought, you are the one with value. This is not arrogance. It is mathematics. Most people spend their entire lives performing for an audience that never truly watches. They exhaust themselves trying to be accepted, trying to be liked, trying to be enough. And they never understand why the respect they crave eludes them. But once you see the pattern, once you understand that respect flows toward those who do not chase it, you are freed from the performance. You stop trying to be someone people will like and start becoming someone people cannot ignore. The paradox resolves. You gain respect precisely when you stop trying to earn it. The harder you try to be liked, the less people respect you. Not sometimes, not accidentally, every time. You think effort creates respect. Being nice, being helpful, explaining yourself, feels right, but socially, it does the opposite. Respect doesn't come from effort, it comes from perception. And perception follows one brutal rule. People value what feels scarce, not what feels available. When you try too hard, you become predictable, accessible, easy. And once you're easy to access, you lose weight in the room. Because if everyone can have your attention, it stops meaning anything. Trying too hard sends a hidden message. I need your approval. And people feel that instantly. Not logically, but emotionally. And the moment they feel you need them, the power dynamic shifts. Here's where most people get it wrong. Respect is not the same as being liked. You can be liked and still be ignored. You can be kind and still be dismissed. Because respect is not emotional. It's positional. Two people enter a room. One tries to impress everyone, laughs at everything, explains too much. The other speaks less, chooses when to engage, doesn't chase attention. Who do people watch more closely? Not the one performing, the one who doesn't need to. The more you chase attention, the more people feel it. And attention loses value when it's given too freely. High-status individuals don't chase interaction. They allow it. That difference changes everything. Here's the uncomfortable truth. You're not being disrespected because people are bad. You're being disrespected because your behavior invites it. You over-explain. You overgive. You overreact. And slowly, you train people to take you lightly. So change the pattern. Stop trying to be liked. Speak less. React slower. Don't fill every silence. Let people come to you sometimes. Let them wonder. Let them work for your attention. Because respect doesn't come from what you give away. It comes from what you don't. Most people spend their lives trying to be accepted and never understand why they're ignored. But once you see the pattern, you stop chasing respect and start becoming someone people can't ignore.